Your robin has a secret morning routine. Long before you wake up, it is already commanding the dark. Have you ever wondered why do robins sing before dawn when the rest of the world is entirely still? It is not a cheerful greeting to the new day, as many people fondly like to believe. That beautiful melody echoing through the cold mist is actually a chilling message of survival. Today we are going to explore 5 hidden facts about the robin's dawn chorus. And I promise you, fact number 5 will completely change how you listen to your own garden. Number 1. The secret ritual of the darkness. You might think that your garden is completely empty and silent at 4 in the morning. The shadows are long, the air is freezing, and nothing seems to be moving at all. But your European robin is already awake, standing like a tiny sentinel in the gloomy shadows. It leaves its safe roosting spot in the dense ivy while the night is still very heavy. This little bird, weighing no more than 20 grams, steps out into the biting, freezing air. For 45 to 60 minutes before the sun even begins to rise, it starts to sing. It is one of the very first birds to break the heavy silence of the early morning. While you are safe and warm under your thick blankets, your robin is out there working hard. It is not waiting for the gentle warmth of the sun to officially start its busy day. The light levels are still far too low for it to find worms or insects in the soil. Its sharp black eyes cannot pierce the deep darkness to effectively hunt for its breakfast. So instead of blindly foraging, it uses this exact window of time for something much more urgent. It takes a deep breath of the freezing morning air and begins to vocalize into the void. Every single note it produces in the dark is a highly calculated and deliberate decision. It is projecting its presence into the silent, sleeping landscape of your quiet backyard. This is not a joyful celebration of the morning dew or the slowly approaching colorful sunrise. It is a serious, solemn ritual performed in complete and utter isolation from the rest of the world. Your garden is its kingdom, and the robin is the very first guardian to awake and stand watch. It stands alone in the biting cold, making absolutely sure that its voice is the first one heard. This tiny creature is actively taking ownership of the shadows long before the daylight finally returns. Number 2. The cold proof of survival. Many people wake up to the dawn song and instinctively think it is a happy, uplifting melody. We humans love to project our own feelings of hope and daily renewal onto the natural world around us. But the truth behind this early morning performance is much more pragmatic, desperate, and incredibly cold. The night is the absolute most dangerous time for a small, vulnerable bird like your garden robin. Temperatures plummet below freezing, nocturnal predators prowl, and the bird cannot feed to keep itself warm. By the time the early morning arrives, it has already lost a significant portion of its total body weight. It is freezing cold, extremely hungry, and has barely survived the harshness of the long winter darkness. So why on earth would it spend its precious remaining energy singing instead of desperately looking for food? Because the dawn song is a stark, undeniable proof of its continued survival against all the odds. It is a low-cost window of time where singing loudly is the most effective action it can possibly take. The message it is broadcasting into the dark is not a sweet lullaby for you to comfortably enjoy. It is loudly telling every other bird hiding in the neighborhood, "I am still here, and I am alive. I survived the freezing night. I survived the hunting predators, and I am still strong enough to fight." The sheer volume and intensity of the song is a direct reflection of its current physical condition. A weak, starving bird that barely made it through the night simply cannot sing with such overwhelming power. So when your robin belts out its complex, beautiful melody in the freezing, unforgiving dawn, it is aggressively flexing its muscles, proving its unwavering vitality to any unseen rivals lurking nearby. It is a proud boast of resilience, a bold declaration of strength against the cruel odds of nature. Number 3. The physics of the morning silence. There is a brilliant, hidden intelligence behind the exact timing of the robin's early morning song. It does not just sing in the dark because it happens to be awake and has nothing else to do. Your robin is actually expertly exploiting the fundamental laws of acoustic physics to its own great advantage. In the quiet hour right before dawn, the environmental conditions are absolutely perfect for transmitting sound. The early morning air is much cooler, denser, and incredibly still compared to the turbulent daytime atmosphere. There is no harsh wind rustling the leaves, no heavy traffic noise, and completely no human interference. This heavy, undisturbed atmosphere acts exactly like a massive natural amplifier for the small bird's voice. Because of this specific temperature inversion, its sound waves travel much further and remarkably clearer. A territorial song sung at 4 in the morning carries up to 20 times better than at high noon. Your robin knows this scientific fact instinctively, without ever having to be taught by anyone else. It uses the profound silence of your sleeping garden to project its voice with absolute maximum efficiency. It is literally turning your ordinary backyard into a perfectly tuned, high-definition acoustic theater. Even the smallest, most delicate trill or high-pitched whistle cuts through the dense air like sharp glass. It desperately wants its voice to reach the furthest, darkest edges of its territory with minimum physical effort. By singing right now, it achieves a massive psychological impact that would be physically impossible later in the day. It is a breathtaking masterclass in energy conservation and brilliant environmental manipulation by a tiny animal. Your robin is not just a casual singer, it is an expert sound engineer playing the landscape like an instrument. Number 4. The acoustic map and the perfect microphone. If you watch carefully from your window, you will notice that the robin does not sing from just anywhere. It does not simply stand on a random twig on the ground to deliver its powerful dawn chorus. Instead, it has deliberately and painstakingly mapped out the specific acoustics of your entire garden. It meticulously tests multiple locations, hopping purposefully from the wooden fence to the roof of the shed. It is actively searching for the absolute perfect song post to broadcast its daily message of dominance. The spot it eventually chooses is usually high up, completely exposed, and clear of any dense blocking foliage. This specific, carefully chosen branch becomes its natural microphone, elevated high above the clutter below. From this superior high vantage point, there is nothing to absorb, muffle, or block the traveling sound waves. The robin can visually survey its entire kingdom, while its powerful voice rains down freely from above. It remembers exactly which specific branch gives its complex song the most resonant and terrifying echo. It will reliably return to that very same spot, morning after dark, morning, and year after year. It is a highly deliberate architectural choice, using the physical structure of your garden to its tactical advantage. That seemingly ordinary bare branch on the old oak tree is not just a convenient place to rest its cold feet. It is the ultimate command center from which it tightly controls the invisible airwaves of the entire neighborhood. Your robin has brilliantly transformed a simple piece of dead wood into an incredibly powerful tool of dominance. Number 5. The invisible wall of sound. As I promised at the beginning, this is the hidden truth that will forever change how you view your garden. The incredibly beautiful melody you hear every morning is actually a sophisticated weapon of psychological warfare. The dawn song is the absolute first line of defense in a relentless, ongoing, and very dangerous turf war. Long before it ever resorts to a physical, potentially deadly, bloody fight, the robin uses its voice to threaten. It is actively drawing an invisible, impenetrable boundary around your garden, using only the power of sound waves. Every single complex phrase and rapidly shifting note is a severe warning sign to wandering, hungry intruders. It is clearly saying, "This territory is firmly claimed. This garden is mine alone. Do not dare cross this line." The song creates a massive sonic fortress that other rival robins can clearly hear from very far away. They carefully listen to the intricate complexity and the sheer volume of the song to judge your robin's fighting strength. If the morning song is intimidating and loud enough, the invading rival will smartly turn around and fly away. The robin is fiercely protecting the rich soil, the hidden worms, and the safe nesting spots it has found here. It is actively fighting a desperate war in the dark, using beautiful music as both its sharp sword and its heavy shield. So the next time you wake up early in your warm bed and hear that sweet, melancholic tune drifting through the glass, do not just smile and think of it as a pleasant, relaxing background noise to peacefully start your busy day. Realize that you are actually listening to a tiny, brave warrior fiercely defending its home in the freezing dark. A precious, quiet home that just so happens to be the very same garden you also love and share. If this robin sounds familiar, if this fierce little guardian feels like yours, subscribe to the Robin Files, a new story every week.